But making your main roster debut at WrestleMania under a new character against Chris Jericho and going over, can you still believe that actually happened? Bit of a surreal experience.
Yeah, man, I was such a fan of Chris. Yeah, I remember I was in the business, just got into the business when Chris debuted in WWF in probably 99, was it, or 98?
Yeah, 99.
And the guys I was traveling up and down the roads with, I remember we had a show that weekend, and Chris probably debuted on a Monday, I assume. And I remember watching that recorded Raw back and us being all jazzed up about it, and just thought it was so cool because we were all fans of Chris in WCW because we appreciated what he was doing, you know, because he was obviously being overlooked, and he was going out there kind of like what, I'm not comparing myself to Chris, but NXT Redemption, where no one was really paying attention to the promos, so you could kind of have that freedom to go out there and just you know, kind of tongue-in-cheek have fun, you know, and that's what Chris was doing in WCW, and he really stood out of that. I guess he was in the cruiserweight division at the time, but that really made him stand out was his personality and his promos. So, I mean, you know, getting, you know, my biggest thing is I just wanted him to respect me, and you know, I just didn't want to let him down because I looked up to him so much as a performer. But honestly, I was comfortable with the match prior. The most nerve-wracking aspect of that whole thing was remembering the dance routine for me. I remember being really stressed out about that. The whole dancing thing for me was really hard.
So no pressure about stepping out in front of 70,000 people.
No,
it was the dancing routine that you were most stressed about.
I mean, I knew once we got in the ring, I'm in there with Chris. So, I mean,
I'm joking.
And it's not like it was a super difficult match. It was just, you know, it was a little schmoz match. It was like 6 minutes, but the freaking dance routine had me really shook, man. I was really like, fuck, dude, because, you know, I've been wrestling at that time for, I don't know, 12, 14, I don't know, years. So I was comfortable in the ring, but the dancing thing was 2, 3, 4 months new to me. So imagine being in the, you know, only wrestling for 4 months and then trying to do a wrestling scene in front of 75,000 people and, you know, millions watching at home. So, I remember being really nervous about trying to remember that dance routine. But we got through it. Luckily, all the girls covered for me, and Chris and I had a good one that night. It was fun.
Absolutely.